What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp here for the Fightful.com podcast, October 7th edition.
Oh, jeez. All right, here we go.
I am here with Vince Russo.
Oh, boy, here we go. All right, Sean Ross Sapp. All right.
Vince, how you doing today?
Now, that's Google. You got to teach me how to do that, bro, because I'll have a blast with that. Not on this show. On my own show, I could do that
Poor
stuff.
Jeff Lane. I can see the DMs he's going to send me now. Like, why did you teach Vince this?
Because I've been trying to figure that out. I don't know how to do that, what you're doing right there.
It's the Google effects. Myself and Jeff Hawkins actually figured it out a couple weeks ago. And
I got to put Jeff Lane on that.
Yeah. I mean, I got to give the scoop to one of the great wrestling writers of all time.
Gee, Manilli.
So how you doing, Vince? I see that your love for the Giants has been rekindled.
My love for the Giants has been rekindled, but bro, again, people like call me, "Oh, you're hopping on the bandwagon." First of all, I've been a Giant fan since I'm freaking 8. They were playing horrible. No different than when I watch a bad wrestling show. They were stinking up the joint, and I said they were stinking up the joint. No different than anything else. But, they won when they had to at the end of the year. They won a big game the other night. We'll see what happens.
How did you become a Giants fan? I wondered, and I was like, okay, well, he grew up in New York, maybe the New York Giants.
Yeah.
But they moved well before.
No, that's it, bro. My father was a New York Giants fan. So when they moved, he remained a Giants fan. That's how I grew up a Giants fan.
I always wonder how that would work for me. Like, the NBA, there have been talks of bringing like a team maybe to Louisville or Cincinnati in the future. And I'm a Bulls fan, have been since I was a child. It's hard to grow up in my era and not be a Bulls fan because Jordan and all that stuff. But I'm like, I wonder how I'd feel.
Nah, I think you'd remain loyal with your team.
I don't know. I'm big on the hometown guys, though.
Yeah. See, I'm not. That's why I've always been a Giant fan.
Speaking of hometown guys, I brought this up. I wrote a little bit about Brian Pillman earlier this week. It was 19 years since he passed away. How much did you work with Brian?
Bro, not as much as I would have liked to, but luckily I was involved a little bit at the end. Man, I'll never forget this, bro. I'll never forget. I mean, literally, bro, probably about a month before he passed away. You probably know better than me, Sean. He got in some kind of an accident, remember?
Well, he was in an accident well before that. It was actually when he, between his WCW and WWE run, he got in that car accident. His ankle was fused into one position.
Yeah, I remember this, bro. I remember one time I drove in a car with Brian, and I think I was doing the angle with him and Marlena. And I remember I was driving and he was in the passenger side. Bro, he was in pain. He was in a lot of pain. And I'm pretty sure it was the ankle. But I mean, bro, he was trying so hard not to sell it. And I could tell the guy was really in a lot of pain. So I really wonder, how much pain he really was in. You know what I mean? Which, of course, bro, leads to the pills. And, that's what happens in the wrestling business, man,
He seems like the kind of guy that you would have probably had a lot of fun writing for.
Oh, God, yeah, bro. We only scratched the surface. Absolutely, bro. Bro, you know me, man. I love somebody with intensity. I love intensity. He had intensity, man.
He was so far ahead of his time.
Oh, God, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to get into some news here. We're going to talk a little No Mercy, things of that nature. People are getting stabbed everywhere, Vince.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it, bro? Bro, don't tell me No Mercy's this weekend.
It is.
Jeez, I got to watch another WWE pay-per-view this weekend.
You do. And like I said on a show this week, a lot of people are like, oh, I hate it when wrestling writers and people in wrestling pretend they don't know when the pay-per-views are. Sometimes we don't.
I don't have a freaking clue. And I think I do know it's SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I do know. But I don't have a freaking clue when it is, bro.
It's for my part, it's not necessarily me condemning WWE. It's just there's a lot of pay-per-views.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. But it also is that it's not important, bro. I mean, let's be honest. If it were important, we would be looking forward to it, and we would. I know the Giants and the Cubs are tonight, bro. So if it were important, we'd be looking forward to it. So let's just be honest.
Oh, they have some competition Sunday night. They have NFL. They have Major League Baseball playoffs. They have a presidential debate.
Yeah.
All that going on while this pay-per-view is going on. That's rough. That's rough. But people are getting stabbed, Vince. I've said this on a couple of shows. You hear all the old-timers say, well, they threw batteries at us. Doesn't hold up now. People are getting stabbed.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, tell me the stories, bro, because I know that the Noble one was not wrestling related, right?
Neither were, apparently.
Okay.
It was just me trolling. Both alleged road rage accidents.
Both of them.
Alleged, because the Alberto Del Rio one is, as you would say, a little kabuki-ish.
Sketchy.
A little kabuki-ish, yes.
Tell me about that one, bro, because I've just read headlines. I haven't really read the story.
So, and guys, of course, we're keeping you updated at Fightful.com. Register there and get exclusive access to shows like this and yesterday's Matt Riddle show. Alberto Del Rio missed a AAA booking on Sunday. Nobody knew why. They released a statement. They were pretty pissy about it. The next day, Alberto Del Rio posts on Instagram pictures of a ton of stab wounds, like in his head, in his arm, all over the place. And he said that he was in a road rage incident and a man got out and began stabbing him and that the man got away. He said that he had lost his phone sometime throughout this entire situation and could not contact AAA. Now, Vince, it is 2016. If you lost your phone, you would probably, even if you lost your phone in San Antonio, I feel like you would have a way to contact me.
Well, but hold on a minute, Sean. How does he work stab marks?
He doesn't. That's another thing. I'm not saying it's a work. I'm saying it's very, very confusing.
Well, Sean, I'll tell you this, bro. Somebody stole my phone about a week ago, and bro, I've lost now so many great numbers because I didn't have my phone backed up. I had everybody in my phone. Yeah. But bro, here's a shoot. I wouldn't have been able to call my wife. I don't know my wife's phone number.
Sure.
So I mean, I don't know if that's as kabuki-ish as one might want to think. Not over. All right, go ahead.
It's not over.
Go ahead.
He told a Mexican news outlet that Paige was with him. And Paige, if Paige is there, she has a phone. Also said that she got involved in it.
Wait, bro, hold on for a second. If Paige is there, she has a phone, but he still might not know the number, right?
Oh, it would. I mean, he could access social media. There's a lot of things that could happen there. But still, apparently she got thrown to the ground. And when he was tending to her, the man got away, who Del Rio says was a homeless man. There's a lot of, also, by the way, myself, I know that Ryan Satin called. I know that Dave Meltzer called. We have all called the San Antonio Police Department. They have records of one stabbing happening in the town over the weekend. He was not the one. Now, there are other municipalities and departments and things of that nature. I've been trying to talk to the San Antonio airport police, but that's just not working out too hot. It's weird. It's weird.
Bro, you gotta let's look at the other side of the coin. First of all, he showed stab marks, correct?
Yes.
Second of all, bro, there are a lot more feasible stories he could tell than this if he were lying. I mean, you know what I mean, bro? I don't know. If I'm lying and I'm just no-showing and I'm missing the event, I mean, are you really going to go to this extreme?
You don't think he stabbed himself repeatedly?
No, bro, come on. I mean, bro, I don't think it's as kabuki. I mean, it sounds feasible to me.
Oh, feasible, sure. It's just, a lot of things. At one point, he said he was alone. At one point, he said he was with Paige. It's just his story's changing. So a little confusing. Jamie Noble's stabbers got away as well, and he's actually taking to Facebook hoping that somebody can track them down. Hopefully that happens. He said that he cut somebody off and then apologized to them saying, I've been on the road for quite a while tonight. I probably did. I'm sorry. And they just, like, a situation started. He started to beat the guy up, and somebody else ran out and stabbed him.
Where was this, bro?
West Virginia.
Surprise.
That's what Matt Riddle said.
Jeez.
That's exactly what Matt Riddle said.
Surprise, bro. You ain't gonna get stabbed here in Colorado for cutting somebody off.
People in Colorado are really mellow.
Very mellow, bro. Very mellow.
I have a ton of friends who live actually pretty close to you.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons they moved out there. It's just really laid back, really nice. Do you like the picture that I put up of you on Fightful?
I can't get in Fightful, bro.
You can go to Fightful.com, the main page. It's you with the round glasses and the mullet from back in the day.
I didn't see it. I got to see it. My John Lennon glasses, bro. Very proud of those.
No, not round. I jumped the gun a little bit on that. You were in full Vic Venom mode.
Oh, okay. All right.
Vic Venom mode, indeed. So there's, we got No Mercy coming up. We've had Raw, SmackDown, all this stuff. You said on Monday you just can't handle watching Raw anymore.
Nah, bro. And I'm writing a very nice blog today about Fightful, like literally torturing me. And listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody knows, Sean. I think you can vouch for this, bro. Have I ever missed a date, a deadline? Have I been 100% professional?
Sure.
Yeah, and I know, bro, I'm contractually obligated. I get it. If Fightful wants me to write about Raw, I'm gonna write about Raw. I'm obligated. I'm not questioning that. It's just, it's my worst. It's the worst thing I do all week long, bro. And I try to get out of it, but I got to be honest with you, Sean. If we're gonna talk honestly here, bro, I thought it was disrespectful. Okay, watch Total Divas and Total Bella, bro. We
need somebody to cover
I know,
those
but I
shows.
thought that was just really totally disrespectful. That's my opinion, bro. I mean, come on, bro. You're asking me to watch Divas and Bellas. I mean, come on, bro. And not you.
I watched Bellas this week.
I don't, and I don't plan to. So unfortunately, bro, here's where I'm between a rock and a hard place. Unfortunately, I have to continue to watch Raw. And unfortunately, I have to continue to say how freaking horrible it is every week. I don't think that's fun for anybody anymore.
I'll say this. It wasn't meant as disrespect. We really need somebody to cover those. And I said on Monday, when I told people I got that call from you, I said, what would the audience like to see Vince cover?
I can't do that, bro. I'm not going to sit through those. The sitting through those shows is like sitting through Keeping Up with the Kardashians, bro.
You watch Teen Mom OG.
That's different. And bro, here's another thing, bro. Bro, you know what it is like watching Raw every week, Sean? Seriously, think about this for a second. Sean, say you pay money to go to a movie theater and the movie's horrible. You know what the equivalent is like? You would keep going back to the movie theater to see that movie. Like that's what I do every freaking Monday night. People think I purposely. No, I hate this show. I don't want to bash it anymore. It's not fun bashing it anymore, and I don't want to. I'm not covering it for the brand anymore. I'm done. I'm not covering it anymore. But I gotta keep doing it for Fightful. I just don't think it's gonna be fun for me to just keep freaking burying the show every week.
I think it's a little different. I mean, you get paid to watch Raw, and Raw isn't. I mean, I know I'm walking into one here saying it's not the same as watching a movie every week because a movie's different every week, but Raw isn't that different every week.
It's horrible, bro.
I didn't hate Raw this week.
I hate it. I hate it. It's a chore. I hate it. I wish I didn't have to. Bro, I've really contemplated. This is how much I hate Raw. I'm not even kidding you. I've contemplated. I've done the math in my head. And I said, okay, how about I go to James and I say, okay, James, let's take X amount of dollars off of what you pay me so I don't have to watch Raw. So I'm literally contemplating leaving money on the table because that's how horrible it is for me, bro.
Personally, I think a Total Bellas recap from Vince Russo would be must read.
I can't do
that. And I'm not joking. We had a guy, Alex Palowski. He covers Raw for us. He's on our Monday show, our pay-per-view shows. He covered Kelly on – actually, he didn't even cover the show. He covered the trailer of Kelly on Hollywood Medium. Have you seen that show?
Yeah, I've seen Hollywood Medium, but not the Kelly one. It's the young kid, right? The young kid. The young – yeah.
It was one of our most popular articles of all time because they spoke to Test from beyond the grave.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. I watched Total Bellas this week. I did not like it. Because, you know, Vince, a lot of times with reality shows, the thing is you got to care about the characters. You could,
right.
It's really any show. And I was like, you know what? The Bellas are fine with me. I like John Cena. I like Daniel Bryan. Just didn't click for me.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Like, because I did think about it, but I'm like, what would you say about that every week? I mean, come on, bro. Like, literally, what would I sit there and say about that show every week? I couldn't cover that.
John Cena got bit by a dog.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's okay. The dog looked thrilled with himself, too.
Yeah.
Like he had accomplished something.
Bro, is there no other alternative?
Hey, I will still solicit ideas from the audience. What do you all want to see Vince Russo write about, cover, anything like that? Ultimately, you know, it's a discussion that James and I have to have. But I didn't hate Raw this week. I usually hate Raw. Man, I usually hate Raw real bad.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it this week.
Bro, how sad is it when you're basing your views on I didn't? I mean, seriously, listen to yourself.
It's sad.
It's sad. It really is sad, bro. It really is, man.
You want to know what's real sad?
What's sad, bro?
There's a report that came out from the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Oh.
There's I know you love them. This Benoit movie that's being made.
Right.
And this got me hot. And I don't know Kevin Sullivan. Don't know him at all. Never met him, never spoke to him. Transcribed an interview he did one time. That was fun. There was a director or a writer who abandoned the film, left the script, because William Morris Endeavors suggested that the movie add fuel to the fire of conspiracy theories by including a scene where Kevin Sullivan broke into the Benoit house.
Right.
Pardon my language, but I think that's horse shit. I think that's horrible. I think it's ridiculous.
I'm waiting for you to say something. You set it up like Kevin Sullivan said or did something bad.
He didn't do anything. This company was trying to get Kevin Sullivan written into the Benoit movie to imply that he had something to do.
That's horrible. He'd have some nice lawsuit though, Kevin Sullivan. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro, you've heard Apt has got the whole conspiracy theory with that. You've heard that, right?
Sure, and I love Bill.
But he's a little nuts. Let's face it, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I do not agree with Bill on that one, and Bill is largely responsible for my.
You want to just say that age is catching up with Bill Apter? You want to just say it here on the air?
Well, I'll say that age caught up with Bill Apter a while ago.
All right, okay.
I make those jokes about him a lot, but
okay.
I love Bill Apter.
So do I. The best.
One of the great guys in wrestling.
Absolutely.
But that story, I'm not buying it. Charlotte says that she wants to main event a WWE pay-per-view. I think it can happen, Vince.
I'd like to see it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Bro, she's the highlight of Monday night as far as I'm concerned. I truly, truly mean that. Charlotte is probably my favorite part of the show every Monday night.
She gravitated towards wrestling and picked it up very quickly, like disturbingly quick. Very disturbingly quick. And she has even improved since coming to the main roster because there were a lot of criticisms about her and a lot of stuff like that. But she's rose to the occasion. I think that she absolutely could.
And I think they're making a big mistake. And I understand, Sasha's got her fan base. I got nothing against Sasha Banks at all, other than she did wear a bra this past Monday night. So I was waiting for her to cut a promo on herself, which she never did. But aside from that, I would never take the belt off Charlotte. I would make Charlotte the Moolah and let her go with that freaking belt. If there's one champion today that you should not take the title off of, I would say it's Charlotte. I would Moolah her, bro, and let her hold on to that title for years.
What, you'd make her own the title?
Yes.
Because Moolah owned the title. Yeah. She literally owned it. But I thought that in NXT, I was actually really surprised when Sasha beat her in NXT for the title because I was like, man, I thought at the time I was like, this should be WWE's Ronda Rousey. This should be her.
But that's okay because, bro, there's only a small percentage watching NXT. But when she went to the WWE, she would have never lost it since she got it. And she's lost it twice, right? Twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon said to be very upset about the Raw ratings last week. Apparently, backstage, they don't put a lot of stock into ratings, but Vince was super pissed. Of all the times he is really pissed, it's the time they went up against the NFL and the presidential debate. You know you're getting a bad – well, these days, you know you're getting a bad rating there. Back in the day, you probably wouldn't have. But it's like he's why do you think just this week?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you friend Vince? Go check out the ratings the last 3 freaking years. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, this week, really, bro? Give me a break, man. I mean,
it's weird to me. Like,
bro,
they're always bad.
Yeah, bro, he's 71 years old. Bless his heart.
Is he 71? I feel like I thought he was older.
No, I think he's 71.
Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella expecting their first child.
Good for them. Congratulations. I didn't know that. Good for them.
Coincidentally announced hours before.
Bringing up Bella's, whatever.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yes. Now, there's these rumors about WWE and TNA. The video library, all that stuff. Have you heard these?
Yeah, but has anything been confirmed?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Which is odd because especially Billy, he's all over that media stuff. So
yes.
he would have been the first one, I think, waving the flag. No, bro?
Perhaps, yeah. But the thing is, I mean, their tapings were paid for throughout the year. So it's like, I wonder if anything will happen even throughout the year, throughout the end of the year. Also, there's a theory going on that it was WWE that paid for those tapings and maybe they got the library out of it. The rumor is, and Jim Ross doesn't throw around rumors a lot. Jim Ross said that he heard that the WWE or the WWE have been in talks regarding the library and a deal is imminent. And like I said, Jim Ross usually plays coy and is like, I don't know. I have no idea. And people will still read his stuff no matter what. Now, let me read you this message I got from a TNA person. Now, keep in mind, I've had to reach out to these guys like 5 or 6 times about stuff this week. I'd imagine they're getting a little agitated. Jesus Christ. Dude, I have no idea where this shit comes from or if it's true or anything because they say nothing. So my guess is fuck no and absolutely not. It's getting insane.
Yeah, bro, like I said, the Billy that I know, if he was my majority owner now, I think he would have let everybody know it. So the fact that we haven't heard from him, that surprises me a little bit.
They want him in control so bad. Yeah. All the talents, all of them. All of them. It's like every time I talk to somebody, they're like, one person's holding us back, and obviously reference to Dixie Carter. So here's another thing I was told about Monday. The talent thought they would be having a meeting Sunday, from what people told me. They had it Monday because I guess word got back to Dixie that, hey, people were expecting you to have a meeting.
Right.
And when she got there, she acted oblivious to the whole situation. Like, I can't believe people would be upset or be that worried. And what one person said to me was she acted like it was a need-to-know basis. We need to know if we have jobs.
Right. I agree with that.
Is this surprising to you that she acted that way?
Hell no, bro. Dixie, since I've known Dixie, the best way that she deals with stuff she doesn't want to deal with is she just sticks her head in the sand. And she's oblivious to it. She's always been that way, bro, from day one. Always.
Now I got to ask you the burning question. Do you think Ric Flair would have had any chance with Halle Berry 15 to 20 years ago?
Bro, I got to tell you something, man. I read that and I was like, I was so proud of Nate. And like, I thought that was the greatest thing. I'm like, oh, hey, that's a notch in the belt. You know what I mean? Then I read from Halle Berry's camp and I'm like, bro, how could he make something like that up? I mean,
here's my take on it. Yeah, I don't want to speculate, Vince, but okay.
Maybe he thought it was Halle Berry because he was 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah, maybe that. But here's where I think Halle Berry messed up. Or not Halle Berry, but her rep. Because, you know, it's always a rep coming out and saying this. A rep can say, hey, they didn't do it. But if you say Halle Berry doesn't even know who Ric Flair is, I'm not buying that. Not when you're married to Dave Justice in Atlanta between 93 and 96. Ted Turner owns the Braves, owns WCW. Even if you weren't, everybody kind of at least knows who Ric Flair is. Everybody.
Again, bro, bro, come on. You think Angelina Jolie knows who Ric Flair is?
Sure. I don't think that she follows wrestling. I think she knows who he is. I think she knows who Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair are. Absolutely.
Hulk Hogan more than Ric Flair, but
I mean, does she know Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins? Hell no. But does she know Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan? Yeah.
Does she know Sami Zayn?
Probably. I mean, I'd say he maybe drove her somewhere one time, right?
You said that. Sean Ross Sapp said that, ladies and gentlemen, not me. Sean, are you going to get me out of it? There you go. Are you going to get me out of this Raw gimmick? Can I do so? What can I do, bro? Please give me something legit.
You could do a 1-hour show each week where you dress up as Jim Cornette and criticize yourself.
Is that an offer?
I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't just throw that out there.
I'll do that, bro. I mean, I'll do that.
That would actually probably be pretty fun.
All right, what else?
I feel bad for planting that seed in your head at all.
Yeah.
There are Goldberg rumors. Also started by Jim Ross. Jim Ross is like cooking up the rumor mill this week.
Yeah.
Vince.
Good for
Are you surprised?
No, I'm good. Bro, I'm a fan of Jim.
He says that the WWE is planning Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Now, that match didn't work out so hot last time.
Yeah, tell me about that, Sean, because I wasn't really watching the product back then. So school me a little bit on that. What happened?
So, Goldberg is what he was.
Right.
Brock Lesnar came in, and really it's one of the great pushes of all time in WWE.
Right.
They had a really big guy with a legit background who could wrestle, and they put the title on him immediately, and hot damn, it worked.
Right.
They protected him. So Lesnar didn't really lose to anybody except for like Undertaker and I think who else? Undertaker and Big Show, guys who should beat him. And then he lost to Eddie Guerrero, but he lost to Eddie Guerrero because of Goldberg.
Okay.
Goldberg ran in and speared him, and this was a dream match.
What year are we talking, bro?
2004.
Okay. Wow, that long ago, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
2004. In the weeks leading up, it became known that Goldberg's contract is up right after WrestleMania.
Okay.
So no motivation for that guy.
Right.
Then, like literally 2 or 3 weeks before, Brock Lesnar wants to split. He wants to go to the NFL.
Okay.
No motivation for him either.
Right.
So what they did is they put Stone Cold in as a special guest referee to try to save it. And in the WWE's infinite wisdom, they put over Goldberg. The match was horrible. I'm talking like stinker, real bad. Because with these two, you expect them to go out and beat the hell out of each other.
Right.
It was a horrible match. And they put Goldberg over because they thought they had more of a chance of him coming back than Lesnar.
Gee whiz.
But in the end, Stone Cold stunned both of them. So
right. So
who also never came back and wrestled.
So 14 years later.
12 years later.
12.
Yes.
I'm sorry. 12 years later, they're going to make some noise with that.
Apparently, and I think they could. Goldberg is Goldberg, but you got to have Goldberg lose, right? At least to Lesnar. Like if it's Jinder Mahal or even Bray Wyatt, they'll probably just beat him.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. If it was that bad 12 years ago, I mean, what the hell?
In an interview with the JBL, Kevin Nash told JBL that he was criticized about not being a drawing champion, and Nash said that nobody drew at that time. Is that a valid excuse?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody did draw at that time. Bro, I love the fact that I was communicating back and forth with JBL through direct mail, and I was on his list to do the Legend Show. He really wanted me, but it had to be approved by the higher ups. Well, there's only one higher up, and that's Vince. And I got to tell you, I 1000% believe JBL was telling me the truth, that he really did want to bring me on the show. I don't think JBL would run from me at all. And yeah, I haven't heard a word in months. So I guess VKM poo-pooed that idea. Why, bro? Why, bro? Why would you?
They've had you on there for other stuff. Yeah. Why not that?
Well, because they've buried me. they've buried me and continue to bury me, but yet they won't give me the opportunity to be on the show, which is so stupid, bro, because do they want ratings? Do they want to draw people to the network? Well, put Vince Russo on that show.
I want ratings. Vince, are you about to toke up on the air?
I got my gimmick. No, I'm just playing with my gimmick here, bro. I'm playing with my gimmick. How's that sound?
I was about to say,
bro, I will smoke Bubba Kush for a straight hour every Monday instead of doing that Raw gimmick. How about that?
Hey, I'll throw out some ideas. I'm not opposed to it.
Bro, please throw out ideas for me, please. You know I'm going to do whatever you guys want me to do, but it's so horrible, bro. Thank God I eliminated SmackDown altogether. I just got to get over this Fightful hump so I could not watch Raw anymore.
It's funny. James is feeding me some lines here, too.
See? James, if you're listening, bro, seriously, listen, I've been I'm not an employer. What am I, a contractor, Sean?
Yeah.
James, I've been a good contractor. Sean, have I not been on time with everything?
Yeah.
Have I ever missed a show or a deadline or anything?
No.
Okay, I'm asking you, James. I'm asking you nicely. Please don't make me watch that show.
The powers that be said the deal we offered is still on the
table.
No,
I can't. Come on, James. Listen, I don't put myself above anybody else. I really don't. I'm not that kind of a guy. You could ask people that know me. But I mean, James, like, bro, I've written WrestleManias, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and watch Bellas and Diva. I'm 55 years old, James.
You watch Teen Mom OG.
I watch Teen Mom OG because there is a heel on that show that you absolutely love to hate. That's the appeal.
John Cena is a heel on Total Bellas.
That's the appeal of Teen Mom. Farrah Abraham, you love it's a car crash. Bro, I just fast forward till I get to Farrah. Come on, James. Please work with me, bro.
John Cena suggested that they put down Daniel Bryan's dog on the show. That's a heel.
Cena, right? Bro, come on. Give me something.
He is a super heel on that show.
Give me something, bro. Please give me something.
Who you picking this Saturday? Michael Bisping or Dan Henderson? Dan Henderson, 46 years old, competing for the UFC middleweight championship. He knocked out Michael Bisping in dramatic fashion 7 years ago. He says this is his last fight, win or lose.
Bisbean, baby.
There you go. Does Ronda Rousey deserve a title shot in her first night back?
I think so.
I do too. Why not? She's going to draw,
Why not?
That's the situation, though, Vince. She'll draw against anybody. She'll draw against me or you.
Yeah.
So it's like, the old maybe pro wrestling thing. She doesn't need the title type of thing. But also, Mickey Gall, who mollywopped, and I mean mollywopped CM Punk last month, challenged Sage Northcutt to a hair versus hair match in the UFC. How do you think that would go over there?
They seriously did that, huh, bro?
He challenged him to it. Sage Northcutt hasn't accepted it. Let me pull up Sage Northcutt's hair right
now. Do you think say he accepted it, bro, you think Dana White would let that go by?
I think he absolutely would.
Wow.
Anything that
I don't.
Now let me show you this. Yeah. Let me show you this fella's hair. Let's pull up the old screen share here. Look at that hair.
Oh, wow. Yeah, bro.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There's money to be made in shaving that head.
Yeah. I can't see Dana White going for that, bro.
I wish they would. I know Bellator would.
Yeah.
Bellator sure as hell would.
If I James, if you're still on there, if I let you shave my head, can I stop reviewing Raw? How about that, bro?
Man,
if Vince, I'll let Sean Ross Sapp shave my head if I no longer have to watch Raw.
Will you air it on Rocky Mountain Pro?
Yes.
Speaking of that first episode Sunday,
correct? Bro.
Tell the people how they can watch it.
In the midst of all that other stuff, but that's okay. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I'm fine with that. Yeah, bro. Rocky Mountain Pro is going to be on Hunt Channel channel 266 on Dish Sunday night at 6:30. It's also going to be on Roku. It's going to be on Amazon Fire, Chromecast, and Cloud. And it's also going to be live streaming on huntchannel.tv. And bro, I got to tell you something.
Live or on demand?
No, bro, it's what's the Hunt Channel? No, that's on Dish Network.
No, I meant the stream on Hunt Channel. Is that live or live on demand?
Yeah. And bro, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. We had a former TNA editor by the name of Christopher Long work on the first episode. Bro, I'm very, 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 very proud of it because this was my whole barometer. I wanted the first episode. All I wanted was one thing out of the first episode. If people watch this episode, will they come back and watch the first show? That's all I wanted. And after watching this first episode, which is an hour, I said absolutely, positively, that would make people come back to watch the show. So I'm very proud of it.
I'm excited to check it out.
Bro, do you do a lot of editing and stuff like that, Sean? Or that's not your cup of tea?
I used to. I used to do quite a bit, and I wasn't that experienced in it. I had to teach myself how to do it. But now we do most of our shows live and things of that nature. But I used to do a fair share. Our fight team out here, I would put together highlights and stuff like that for us.
Yeah, he did he did an unbelievable job, man. I'm very, very proud. I mean, people can say whatever they want, that's fine, but I was very happy with it.
James says it'd be a great one-time deal, but you can't shave your head every week, Vince.
Tell James I'll shave my balls. How's that, bro? Okay, 1 week I'll do my. How's that, James? One day I'll do one nut sack. The next week I'll do the. Yeah, there you go. Cha-ching, James. All right, wise guy. How about that? I got one nut sack. I got the head, the left nut sack, the right nut sack, my rear end. I'll shave my ass, bro. I will shave my ass to not watch Raw. Like, what else do you want from me, bro? What else do you want from me? I got 2 eyebrows. Shave my freaking eyebrows, man. I don't care.
What do I want? I want more headlines like, I'll shave my ass to not watch Raw.
And, bro, you freaking killed me with the Dixie headline.
It got tons of clicks.
You killed me because I told you I was trying to protect somebody. I don't care about me. I could care less about me. Bro, did you ever hear did you ever hear the Dixie story? No, I'm not giving you no more. I'm not gonna be that way. I should tell James no more scoops until I don't have to watch Raw. Bro, have you ever heard the Dixie story when Hogan was hired? No. You had to hear this story, bro. I'm sure it got out there.
Let me just ask you before.
What?
Was the guy Jeremy Borash?
No. Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Bro, listen to this. Do you know, bro, as a shoot, people have to know this. Do you know when Hogan was hired, the first meeting, TNA meeting they had to go over Hogan's strategy? Okay, bro? Do you know she made everybody wear the Hulk Hogan gimmick must?
What?
Yeah, to the meeting. And bro, if you didn't wear one, you got heat with her, bro. Everybody, there was a picture of the whole staff. Everybody was wearing the Hogan Fu Manchu, bro. She made it mandatory. That's a shoot, bro. You could ask anybody. Call your sources. Call JB. Call whoever you know. She made everybody, bro. She made everybody wear the Hogan Fu Manchu to the meeting, bro.
If I had JB as a source, I'd have a lot more scoops. So first off,
if I get you JB as a source, can I not do Raw anymore? How about, maybe. Bro, come on.
It might not matter in a few months. You never know. Now, what I want to ask, Vince, was a memo sent out?
Oh, yeah. This is a shoot. Bro, I'm going to get you the picture because the whole office took a picture. I'll get you the picture, bro. How could you not know that? That would have had to be reported, no?
God, I wish you still had the memo, bro, or whatever. Like, was it emailed to you? Hey, you gotta wear.
Oh yeah, bro. My what is this? My right hand to God. I swear to you.
I believe you.
Ask anybody in the office, bro.
I'm just interested in the terminology that was used. Like,
yeah, no, it was mandatory. I mean, bro, it was 100% mandatory.
Oh man.
How could I thought that was public knowledge because there's pictures of that, bro.
I don't remember that. I mean, maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it. Whew.
Bro, you want to hear an interesting Hogan story?
Of course I do.
Bro, remember I almost went back to the WWE in 2002?
Yeah.
What year did Hogan go to TNA?
Well, it depends. He did like a little half-ass thing in like 2003, but didn't work out. Then he went back. The end of 2009 is when they announced it. January 4th, 2010 was the first show.
2010. Keep that date in mind, okay? Sean, you know it's all been well documented. I almost went back to the WWE 2002. As a matter of fact, there was like a deal in place, right? Yeah. You, bro, back up. I had not seen Hogan since Bash at the Beach, okay? So now Vince and I come to a deal, and I finally addressed the elephant in the room, and I said, Vince, how are we going to address Hulk Hogan? He was on the roster at the time in 2002, right? Yeah. Bro, swear to God, right hand to God. Vince said to me, he goes, Vince, I don't give a damn about Hulk Hogan. He hasn't drawn me a dime. This is 2002.
Yeah.
When did it? 8 years later, Dixie gives him a blank check to go work for TNA. I mean, bro, come on.
And it ruined the company.
It did. Bro, you know why that ruined the company? Here's what people don't understand. This is why it ruined the company. It had nothing to do with creative. It had nothing to do with any of that. The money they had to pay him literally bankrupt them for up to today. That's how they got themselves in the hole, by paying a guy and Eric that they couldn't afford to pay.
To be honest with you, I think they would have been better off just paying Eric and maybe bringing him in some capacity, because I don't know what Hogan wouldn't even push the show on TV.
Unless, bro, see, I always say this because I want to be honest. I don't know what Hogan meant to them internationally. I don't know if they were able to secure some international deals because of Hulk's name. Domestically, he did nothing.
Man. So we have No Mercy coming up Sunday. I'll get your quick predictions on some of these. Kurt Hawkins versus TBD. Do you even know who the hell Kurt Hawkins is?
No, and I certainly don't know who TBD is, but
TBD is to be determined.
I know. But, bro, are they like, that's how they're promoting the match? Hawkins against TBD?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, whatever.
I think TBD's going to win.
I think Hawkins will win.
Nikki Bella versus Carmella.
They've got to give freaking Nikki a win. Carmella's killed her.
Beat the living crap out of her. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, one of my least favorite feuds in WWE history.
I'd be shocked if they gave Bray Wyatt a win. Why? Why now? Why now? What for?
The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, and I want to ask you something. I don't know if you saw the video package on Dolph Ziggler Tuesday. Did you happen to see that?
No, I don't watch SmackDown anymore.
So they did a package, like Miz put together like his embarrassing moments and things like that. Do you think that that's a right thing to do? Like, do you think that makes it harder for Ziggler to get over?
Well, is he on his way out?
Well, it's a career versus title match, and there are rumors that they want to give him an agent role. He's teasing it on Twitter, like saying, "Oh, starting October 10th, my bookings will be available here and here."
Bro, how old is Ziggler that they want to take him out of the ring? I mean, the guy's got to be 36 or 7?
36, and he's still really. This is the best work that these.
Why the hell? Why would you want him to be an agent?
I don't know. And this is literally the best feud on. Like, this is great stuff.
Yeah, I would say if they knew the guy was no longer going to be with the company, I totally understand it. But if he's going to be with the company, no, I don't understand it.
So who do you think's going to win?
I wouldn't beat The Miz.
Yeah, I think he needs. You know what I would do with The Miz? I'd have him beat the Honky Tonk Man's record. That's what I do.
What is that?
Like 400 and something days as Intercontinental Champion. I think he's the best Intercontinental Champion that they have had in years.
I agree with that.
If not decades. Yeah, this is the best work he's ever done.
Yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about The Miz.
He's great. He's really great, and he's made Dolph Ziggler really fun lately. Yeah. Like, geez,
and the wife is gorgeous.
Maurice is awesome. Yeah. Yep. I liked her when she wrestled. I thought that she was such a natural heel. I thought she was really good.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the ring so much, but, when you're that good outside of the ring. Oh, got an update on your girl, Eva Marie.
What's going on with Eva Marie, man?
she's filming that Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go.
But they should do that. That should be a thing.
Yep.
Where she comes out, where she doesn't come out, and it says Eva Marie can't be here because she's busy filming a movie with international star Nicolas Cage. Why not?
Right. I don't know. I'm with you.
But then they'd probably turn it into some weird spinoff where Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt are backstage playing National Treasure hunting for her or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos.
They gotta. I mean, Slater and Rhino still the champions, right?
Yeah.
They gotta keep them over, or else they're not gonna mean anything.
Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, SmackDown Women's Championship.
I think Becky. I don't think Alexa's championship material.
Yeah, I think they're getting Becky over. I definitely don't think Alexa is yet, but I think maybe down the line she will be. But they got to get Becky over as champion. The big match on the show: Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin.
Oh God, bro! Baron Corbin.
AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, John Cena, triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
If they don't keep it on AJ, they're not going to give him any credibility.
Now I'll ask you this. I've asked a few people. Does AJ Styles' one WWE Championship run mean more than everything he did in TNA?
I don't think so. Maybe because I was there to see his body of work. So me personally,
it's a lot.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think so.
I'll run down that because it is a lot. And that's a question like some people got to kind of think about. But he did everything in TNA.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was a 5-time world champion between NWA and TNA, a 6-time tag team champion between NWA and TNA, 6-time X Division champion. He held that one title that changed the name 7 times, the Legends Global TV King of the Mountain title twice. Won the Bound for Glory series, won a gauntlet for the gold. He was Mr. TNA for 3 straight years.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. Quite a bit. Now, bro, maybe if, 10 million people were watching WWE a week, it might be a little different. But with the audience they're drawing, I don't think it surpassed what he's done at TNA.
We'll get back into some more news. John Cena says that a return to WWE would not be for CM Punk would not be out of the question if left up to Vince McMahon. What do you think?
I agree with that. I mean, come on, bro. They've forgotten people that have done a hell of a lot worse than that, except me. But
well, they tried to bring you back one time. Now, CM Punk, I think if he came back, he would be headlining WrestleMania like next year.
I agree.
Because it's so funny because him versus Triple H is one of the reasons he left. Him versus Triple H, given all the things that have happened that people know about, that would headline next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, it would. I agree.
People believe it. I'm excited to see this kitty slide match, Vince.
Oh, it's awesome. Bro, I think CM Punk I think CM Punk's word and integrity is very, very important to him. And even if he got a huge payday, which they'd give him, I don't know if he would sacrifice his integrity and his word and his beliefs to do that. I don't know. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that, okay, they're giving me a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he seems like he has plenty of money. And he did kind of step off the pedal, which, I mean, he's been steadfast in saying, I might wrestle again. It's just not going to be for the WWE.
Yeah.
You think if TNA was still around, they'd try to throw like an obscene amount of money at him to get him to wrestle again?
Yeah, but if they had it.
Interesting. I just don't know how that would work out. Like, I'm sure that they would find a way to make it work, but I think they would have to sell a lot of people a bill of goods to make that happen. Kind of weird. Anything you're looking forward to this weekend? What all you got going on, Vince?
Bro, my son's getting married, man. Next week I gotta go, so I gotta get suit. I don't own a freaking suit, bro. I wouldn't be caught dead in a suit. As a matter of fact, I called him today and I said, bro, I do not want to wear a suit and tie. I absolutely hate it. I know it's your day, no disrespect to your wedding, but could I just wear a sports jacket and an open shirt? And he said yes. So I got to get that stuff this weekend.
I was going to say, I know you at least own jackets because I see you wearing one in this Vic Venom picture.
Yeah, I got it. I own a jacket, I think. One jacket, I think.
God, I love them. I bought like 5 or 6 of them. You got to look nice.
Yeah, I
Vince.
hate that though, bro. I like to be comfortable.
Should we institute a dress code on the podcast?
Let's not get panicky.
I mean, you're wanting to get rid of some of your other
Bro,
responsibilities.
I would do this show in a suit and a tie if I didn't have to review Raw. And I hate that more than anything. I hate that more than anything, and I would do that. That's what people don't understand, bro. Just make it clear to everybody. I'm professing I hate the show. I don't enjoy ripping it. I don't care about it, but I can't get out of it. I just want everybody to understand that.
So if you don't watch Raw and you don't watch SmackDown, how are you going to talk about wrestling every week?
Because, bro, I go through the sites and I look at the headlines, and if there's something worthy, I click on it so I know what's going on. You don't need to watch Raw to know what the freak is going on in wrestling nowadays.
No, all you need to do is go to Fightful.com where we have more live viewing parties than any other website on the internet.
I agree with that. There you go. Fightful.com.
Share the pages, Facebook groups, Twitter, Reddit, all that good stuff. We had our highest traffic day ever yesterday.
Good for you. What was driving that?
Me.
Okay, beautiful.
Me. My podcast.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Maybe some of the work of Alex Pawlowski and David Tees. By the way, guys, our lead boxing reporter, Carlos Toro, is in Chicago running the Chicago Marathon this weekend. Wish him luck.
Good luck,
Tweet him
man. What's his name? Carlos. Good luck, Carlos.
Carlos Toro. Could you imagine running a marathon 26 miles?
I wish I could, bro. I give Carlos all the credit in the world. That's great.
I think he'll do it. I think he'll do great. In a way, we're all running the marathon, Carlos. So we're there. We're all Fightful is running.
I could tell you this. I'm running a marathon every Monday night to prevent myself from killing myself, bro.
Vince.
I couldn't even tell you, bro. I swear to God, this is a shoot. What's today? Friday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days. I couldn't even tell you what the main event was this past Monday. I don't remember.
Charlotte and Sasha Banks, because you stopped watching it halfway through.
There you go. And Sasha wore a bra, but failed to cut a promo on herself, which I was very disappointed in.
It was an excellent match. It was a good story.
Oh, bro, Charlotte almost freaking killed herself. Did you see that, bro?
The dive?
Oh, my God. You know how close she came to blowing her knee out, man? No, that corkscrew off the top, bro.
Yeah, that was the dive.
Oh,
the little dive.
Bro, she would have blown out her knee and been out for freaking a year.
Maybe. She lands those with a pretty high percentage.
Yeah.
She's a really good gymnast.
Yeah, she's great, bro. I love Charlotte. I'm a big fan of hers, man.
Do you think there are rumors that Billy Corgan wants to rebrand?
Yeah. He will.
He wants to keep the talent and the time slots, but rebrand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Personally, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, he'll do that right out of the chute. No doubt about it. Bro, TNA, well, we went through this. TNA was named TNA because of tits and ass. Regardless of what Bob Ryder will tell you, because he wasn't involved in the conversation. I was directly involved in the conversation with Jeff. It was named tits and ass. The fact that when they went to Fox Sports 1, they didn't change the name of the show then was just freaking asinine.
You mean Bob Ryder would say something?
He says it's called. It was supposed to be Thursday.
Total nonsense.
No, Thursday night. Yeah, what? Please, bro. It was a conversation with me and Jeff, and it was tits and ass. And we said, if anybody had heat with that, we would say it was total nonstop action. That was the conversation.
Do you realize that TNA has had a time slot on every single day of the week outside of Sunday, including Sunday if you count pay-per-view?
Wow, that's very interesting, Sean. Did you research that or you read that somewhere?
I just know because I've watched the show for 12 years.
That's interesting, man. That's an interesting point, bro.
Because I remember they were on Saturday nights really late on Spike at one point. They were on Friday afternoons on Fox Sports Net. Of course, they've been on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays the last year on Pop TV and Destination America, and they tried the Monday deal against Raw for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, that's interesting, man.
It is. What can people expect from this first episode of Rocky Mountain Pro, Vince?
Well, bro, this is an introduction. This is so they're going to get to see the storylines and they're going to get to see the characters. So it's really an introduction to the company. We shot a lot of stuff in Colorado's like ins and outs that I think are pretty funny. And you see the beautiful state of Colorado. Bro, it's a lot of fun, man. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun, bro. Like, I watch Raw on Monday nights. It's not fun. I think you'll watch this show and you'll have fun watching it.
I'm excited to check it out. Fightful has our toes dipped in Rocky Mountain Pro and Evolve and PWG and Ryzen, Titan FC, all kinds of promotions.
Yeah.
So.
And I want to work with all promotions, bro. I'm not us against them. I think that's so stupid. I definitely want to work with indie promotions. Definitely.
Do you think that when Billy Corgan takes over TNA that he'll look to do that more as well?
Oh, I think so, bro. He gave us Marty Bell. And I think Marty did the best work on our show she's ever done. The best work, no doubt about it.
Yeah, a lot of their bookings go through TNA now.
Yeah. She was phenomenal, bro. What she did with us.
Guys, we have live viewing parties of MMA events all weekend. UFC tomorrow night, UFC 204. Myself and Showdown Joe will be here right after UFC 204 to talk the Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson fight, Vitor Belfort, Gegard Musashi, all kinds of cool stuff. Also, Sunday, No Mercy. Myself and Alex Palowski will be back. Tons of stuff this weekend. Check the site. Like other news updates all the time. All the time. You might get to see Vince shave his balls. I don't know.
Can we do a poll? Would you rather, should Vince continue to watch Raw or shave his balls? Can we do it the American way? Let's do it the American way, James.
So what you want is
turn it over to the people.
So the American way. So you want us to solicit votes, but then myself and James will be the electoral college.
No.
How about that?
No. Let the people decide. Either make Vince watch Raw or he'll shave his balls and his ass so we don't have to do it.
Listen, Vince, I don't know if I've told you this. James is from Toronto.
Okay.
Why would he want to do?
You want me to cover the Blue Jays? I'll cover the Blue Jays, bro, in the playoffs.
Oh, come on. That's easy. You wish you got to cover the Blue Jays. If that job comes up on Fightful.com, that's going to yours truly. If I were to pick a second favorite team, it's probably the Blue Jays.
Why is that?
You know how I said, like, when I was young, it was hard to grow up and not be a Bulls fan because of Jordan?
Yeah.
I grew up, 92, 93. Blue Jays were a big thing.
Yeah.
And I played for a Blue Jays Little League team.
You're a Reds fan, right, bro?
Yes, I am. So needless to say, that Edwin Encarnacion Scott Rowland trade from about 7-8 years ago, it ain't looking too hot.
No, it's not. No, and I wish the Giants had Duval for the playoffs.
There's a lot of things that I wish. I know one thing. Joey Votto hit 400 in the second half of the season. Wow. I was happy about that.
Yeah.
He's great.
He is.
Bet the Blue Jays wish they had him back in his hometown. Baseball. It makes me sad, Vince. The Reds are not good.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, when the Giants won those 3 in a row, the Reds never recovered from that.
Nope. I was there. It was actually Scott Rowland struck out to end the series.
Yeah.
When I was at that game, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah. They've not recovered from that.
Guys, check out our great sponsors on it. Go to the podcast page, fightful.com/podcast. Newly revamped. It's got Vince's picture up there, my picture up there, Showdown Joe's, Matt Riddle's. A bunch of pretty people are on that site. Open up any of the podcast pages, and you'll see that on it link. Check out their great supplements, equipment, apparel used by the likes of Cesaro, Seth Rollins, Bailey, Triple H. I personally use Alpha Brain. It helps me focus, helps me work these long weeks. Like I said, we are without one of our top new wrestling news writers this week. We're without one of our top boxing news writers this week. So I am working overtime, guys, and Alpha Brain really helps me do it. So check that out. Also, visit trigtent.com. It is election season. Get yourself a different kind of election coverage. Also, draftbeast.com. I am taking all of your money. Vince, maybe that's how you can recoup some of that income you might lose if you don't do Raw.
What's that?
Draftbeast.com.
Yeah,
actually, no, you'll probably just lose all your money to me, so you better keep covering Raw.
How's fantasy doing, by the way? What's your record?
So I lost Keenan Allen, one of the top wide receivers in the league, so I'm 1-3 in one league. I'm 2-2 in another. But there's collusion going on in one of my leagues, Vince.
See?
Collusion.
Yeah, I hate that.
Or else I'd probably be 3-1 or 2-2, but they got intimidated because we were about to do a Brady for Gronk trade with some other valuable pieces. And the guys got scared. A bunch of non-championship winning fantasy football players got intimidated.
They vetoed
the trade. That's why I don't like votes.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. When you go through so much to agree on a trade, right, bro? You spend freaking days, sometimes weeks, and then it gets vetoed. That sucks, man. I hate that.
Terrible. Yeah. And then in the other league, like I said, Disco Inferno and Mike Sanders are running the league. So what can I say about that?
Is Helms in last?
I beat Helms the first week. I'll look. I'll find out.
I hope he's in last.
Let's find out right now.
Because bad karma. It's karma, bro. It's karma.
Canyon Cup. Come on, let's find the league. He is actually 3-1. He is in third place. I am the only person to beat him.
Is somebody undefeated in that league?
Yes, the Bo Leavers.
You know who that is? Is it anybody we know?
Let me see. Dave D'Angelo. Don't know if
the
you know
Pope's
him.
brother?
I would say so.
There you go.
Crazy stuff. Vince, tell the people about the brand before we go.
The brand, guys, Monday through Friday on Podcast One. You can listen to my show with a different theme every day. Everything Russo at russosbrand.com. And the first show of Rocky Mountain Pro, Sunday night, 6:30, Hunt Channel, 266, Dish Network.
As always, guys, Fightful.com is the place to be. News updates, exclusive news updates. Go check out under our exclusive sections. We have columns from Vince, columns from Showdown Joe. We have backstage news, reports, all that good stuff. Until next time, guys, we are out.